Hello to you on the Friday here of Memorial Day weekend, 2024. We uh we had our virtual workshop yesterday. Some of you know that we have virtual offerings, workshops, various different things via Zoom. Um, and it's been a little bit light on the schedule because honestly, I've had a lot going on, but looks like I'm going to be able to have Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern as a pretty normal time slot to do something in the realm of self-love workshops for ourselves, sacred healing spaces, etc. Various different offerings. Some of them will be about energy and different stuff. Yesterday's we listened to an audio recording of something, and then we journaled about it. Just wrote about it. And this, when we write, it's just whatever comes to our into our brain, and we just write it down and explore whatever that is. There's no real reason. There's no right or wrong. Not we're trying to match anything. We're not trying to write poetry. We're not trying to do anything but explore what pops into our head. And I'll tell you, I find these exercises, this space with women that we have, to be so lovely. And then the following day, like, my thoughts were on what came up. And I'm able to resolve a few things and be a little bit more at peace with myself. And the more we can practice doing this, I'm telling you, the better, I believe, the better experience we have in our days. And I just wanted to thank the ladies that came, and thank you for sharing, and thank you for supporting these safe spaces via Zoom for all of us. It's nice that we have this space to do self-reflection, growth, and I just wanted to thank you so much for supporting the space and participating and allowing me to be with you in that space. So thanks so much. And, um, it's important to reflect on, just take checks on, I believe. Like, that's what I kind of think that this message is about this year. So I'm being present, and it's an opportunity for us to check it out. Um, what is the true meaning of that to us, right? And it's rather interesting. So thanks so much for coming by. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. And we are here every single day in this community having these conversations. We're in our 6th year. This year, the Book of Awakening is the book we are reviewing, listening to, receiving, contemplating, growing with. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, New York Times bestselling book, described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. And that says it all. So to me, it's important to be in a space of receiving, to hear this message. And that's why we're using the music this year as a tool. Let me put that on as a tool to help soften. So I hear the music and it's a trigger for me to let it loose a little bit. All we gotta do is soften a little bit. It's this practice of softening, this practice of letting go, letting loose, letting it go. We can always decide to pick it back up should we desire to do so. But I'm gonna tell you, once we learn this very precious art skill of letting go, we may decide that it's just not worth picking up all that heaviness because of what it does or robs us of. So let's just see what we've got here today. The message today, this day number 1944, is titled Blood Reasons. Blood Reasons. Let's take a breath with that. Blood, B-L-O-O-D, reasons. There's a quote offered to us by William Stafford. If you don't know the kind of person I am, and I don't know the kind of person you are, a pattern that others made may prevail in the world, and following the wrong God home, we may miss our star. Like that old saying, water fills a hole. The way of others will fill the space we live in if we don't fill that space. Whew, let's hear this again. Water fills a hole. Like that old saying, water fills a hole. The way of others will fill the space we live in if we don't fill that space with our own authentic presence. For a long time, I thought that keeping who I am to myself was the same thing as being myself quietly. I discovered it is not. Not that we have to verbalize or shout everything, but we do need to be fully here, the way a cliff accepts a wave, the way a stem of clover grows into the one patch of light left in the forest, the way corn sweats its sweet moisture when no one is looking. In truth, there are two blood reasons to be who we are. It is how we find love, and it is how we keep the ways of others from sweeping us away. That's it. It's a short message today. Let's breathe with that for a couple breaths. Let's feel it. Bring it in closer and let's feel it. We're talking about being present, the book, the message, our offering. The way of others will fill the space we live in if we don't fill that space with our own authentic presence. How's that sit? How does that sit? We need to be fully here. to be fully who we are. It's how we find love, and it's how we keep the ways of others from sweeping us away. Do we recognize this at all? Does this feel, do we connect to this at all? Talking many moons ago. It is only now that I'm stepping into my authenticity more fully. Some may say that I have. Oh, you have always been like that. I've never felt like this, as present in my own body as I do now. And I know I have boatloads to go to be fully here. And it's really me allowing my own allowance to fill my own space. But this is, again, brings me back to, this is the frequency. So I'm not quite experiencing the frequency that I could be, that I feel I'm meant to be, if that makes sense. And the only way to experience that is for me to allow myself to be there, because it's there. I'm in my own way. I'm not fully present. I am not filling my space with all of me. Are you? Is the question. Without judgment. Always without judgment in this beautiful space. Reflection and self-love, strengthening our relationship with ourselves, allowing ourselves to enjoy this beautiful life that we're so blessed to have a little bit more than we do. The meditation, the exercise that we're offered says that this is a walking meditation. And it says to, during your day, take a slow 5-minute walk. And as you walk, notice the air and the wind move about you, and meet it fully with your face. And as you return to your day, consider how you can meet the wind of others with your heart. Consider how you can meet the wind of others with your heart. In deep gratitude for your presence, this shared time together. Deep gratitude. Namaste. See you tomorrow. Thanks again for coming by to practice.